Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film a Zara unboxing. I've already got this in my hand. Zara unboxing with you. So this package arrived about 3 days ago now, so I'm really excited to see what's inside. I've basically gone for just very simple things that are really easy to work into my wardrobe. It's quite a small haul, so nothing too overwhelming, and yes, I haven't done a big Zara shop in a while, so this is going to be exciting. I used to shop in Zara all the time and not so much. Then I had issues with their sizing. You know, I just couldn't figure out their sizing. I feel like their sizing has got better, but let's not speak too soon. But yeah, so I've got a few good pieces in there. I know a lot of people are saying that they find that Zara's getting really expensive, but I think there's lots of different price points you can shop at in Zara. I would say that I find their dresses are getting really, well, again, still different price points, but a lot of their printed and patterned dresses are definitely creeping up to the more and other stories prices. So anyway, so let's see what we've got in here. Nice simple things to work, just update your wardrobe for summer. So the thing I was most excited about was this blouse. I feel like I do have a few of these poplin blouses with these ruffles on them already, so I'm hoping this one's going to add something different. But it's got these like puff sleeves and padded shoulders. I won't talk too much about it now, but I'll show you. I'll talk to you more about kind of the sizing, the fit, the quality once I've put it on. I went for this shirt, very bold and layering. Yeah, this is very, very bright. Then I have got a t-shirt. If you watch my last video, you'll know I'm totally obsessed with t-shirts. So just a stripy tee. Could never have enough tees. So, and that would just work really well with just like all my jeans, all my denim skirts, denim shorts, and some shoes. My shoes that I bought in my last video, my Topshop, were an absolute fail. So these look quite good actually. Just really comfortable. Again, I'm loving mules, things I can just slip my feet into nice and easily. So really, really like these, and I will obviously style everything up and try everything on so you can see how I would style and kind of where I would wear it and how I'd wear it. So I'm going to do that after I've showed you all these pieces. And then another pair of shoes. So these are the shoes. Absolutely loved the square toe on these just black thongs or flip-flops. I feel like you can't really call them flip-flops when they're like leather. But yeah, so just these. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to style them. These are very, very square-toed, very, very wide. So let's see how I style them, how I get on with these. So I thought I'd start by showing you these shoes in more detail because they actually work really well with what I've got on right now. So these shoes are like this kind of ecru colour that I'm seeing everywhere, actually, which matches my my bag perfectly. This is from my bag brand, and this is one of the colours that I helped myself to, because I was like, I'm just getting so much wear out of this colour, and obviously subliminally or subconsciously it's also because there's the massive colour for the season. Like, it's really, really trending and it's everywhere. I bought trousers in that colour, and now I have a pair of shoes. So these shoes are just like a mock crop patent sliding mule, and they're just really kind of really simple. They've got like this kind of cylindric weird cone like heel, which, you know, these shoes are generally always pretty comfortable, but these feel really kind of sturdy on the feet. You can see they've got this, like, I don't know like the shoe terminology, but a rim or brim that goes the whole way around the shoe, so it looks quite sturdy. You can see this kind of black sole going around the whole like toe, kind of rubberized at the bottom. So really sturdy mule that I think would be good for commuting in. I mean, when we go back to work, some people are going back to work, or we're now allowed to go back to work, or who really knows what we're allowed to do at this point. But you know, this is a good commuting shoe because it looks really elegant and it's smart, but it's got a good heel and it feels sturdy. And I think this just goes really, these are the sort of shoes that just go with everything, aren't they? The sort of shoe that you just chuck on with your jeans, like this denim skirt. I do feel like certain types of shoes go with these denim skirts and some don't, because it's quite a full length. I mean, it's just in between maxi and midi, so it's on the longer side of a midi length. So certain shoes work with it, certain don't, but these actually work with it. The heel height's perfect. I think these would work well with like shorts, like Bermuda shorts, which everyone's wearing at the moment, massive trend, or even like a shorter short. Yeah, I just really, really like these, and I am a big fan of mules. And actually mules and like kind of this one touch shoe, you know, that you can slide your feet into really easily, are the kind of shoes I'm really looking for at the moment. I seem to wear them and reach for them so much throughout the summer. Okay guys, so I've just styled this shirt with a pair of black Bermuda shorts. It's a really old pair of Bermuda shorts from Zara, so they came out way before this Bermuda short trend was a trend. So I think I've been wearing it, I've had it for about 2 or 3 years now, and I just thought, I just see this, I love kind of like oversized shirts with Bermuda shorts and just like a really classic and sleek look, but I thought this shirt kind of makes it a little bit sexier with this really kind of, I don't know, like ornate, like palm jungle print going on it. And the fact that it's silky as well, it feels really nice against the skin. And you know, I've got lots of gold jewelry on. I changed up my lipstick, I went for a red lip just to kind of, you know, sometimes people, when they're wearing something bold, they want to kind of tone down everything else, but I kind of went the opposite. I even put on a pair of leopard print shoes to kind of pull up on the kind of leopard that we've got going on throughout the blouse. I don't think you need to style a look like this just with black. I think you can really play up on this print that you've got going on here. So you could even go for like a blue shoe or a red shoe, a yellow shoe, like pull out the colours that are in the shirt and just make it more interesting, as opposed to just going for everything black. I always like to kind of incorporate a colour as much as I possibly can when I'm going for a colourful, I mean, of course I want a chromatic look. I love like a simple black chic outfit, but sometimes, you know, when you're wearing colour like this shirt, you kind of, if you put it on with a black pair of jeans and then a black shoe, and you know, it just kind of loses it. So you want to kind of play up on the fact that you've got this really amazing shirt on. I know that some people might feel like, oh my god, that's a lot, especially with the leopard print shoe, but I actually just think it looks really, really nice. And I love these kind of shirts, these oversized shirts. You know, the fact they're so oversized means you can really play around with how you tuck it, and you can play around with the drape. You can kind of obviously manipulate the sleeves, you can undo them, you can roll them up. You can kind of just really work around, play around a lot with oversized shirts, and I think this is a really, really good one. It's maybe not one you'd wear in the winter, so it's not something that's completely timeless, but this is like a haul that is about updating your wardrobe for summer. I do love things that are timeless and seasonless, but you know, you need that odd thing in your wardrobe that you can just pull out and be like, bam, and you know, that just updates your wardrobe. And I feel like that is this, and I love this print, and I feel like it works. You know, I think sometimes when you wear these bold prints as well, you don't have too much fuss going on. So I've had my hair pulled back anyway, but I just pull my hair back and put on a bright lip to kind of contend, and you know, with the boldness. But yeah, I really, really love this shirt, and I think it's a good evening shirt, and that's what I like. I like things that I can wear out in the evening and still feel covered but sexy, and I feel like this shirt definitely does that. I was asked actually in one of my videos to include prices. I know I've already started and I haven't included prices, so I will, you'll pop the prices on screen, or they'll be in the description box below, so just bear that in mind. If I have the time and the leisure to edit without being interrupted 20 million times by Allegra, I will try and put some prices on the screen, but either way they will be somewhere. But this shirt is a brilliant shirt. I think just layer it with gold, a pair of black Bermuda shorts, or this would even look amazing with a pair of white jeans, white trousers, even black wide leg trousers. You know, you can really, really play around with this. If you're really, really bold, you could even go for a leopard print pair of trousers and really go hard with this. I think this shirt just has lots of styling opportunities, and I think play around with the colour if you like colour, and just make it a, you know, make it special, because this print is just stunning, and I love the fact that it's silky. Okay guys, so this is the black and white stripy tee. To be honest, I love stripy t-shirts and Breton stripes and stuff like that, but I don't go for them because technically they are quite unflattering, especially if you are big busted or bigger on top. However, I do feel like these kind of muscle tees and this kind of cut t-shirt with the sleeves that go like this are slightly more flattering, and so I went for this one. The thing is, I did size up and it's very, very, very roomy, so it's now quite boxy, and I'm not quite sure. I just feel like if this was slightly more lifted, as you can see, that's 10 times more slimming. Let me just tuck it into my bra straps. That's 10 times more slimming than that is. So I mean, it's a t-shirt, and you know, you can have all different kinds of fit t-shirts and play around with them. So I might just keep it because, you know, I can still manipulate it a little bit, play around with it, and it's a t-shirt, and I can get lots of other stripy t-shirts that have different fits, and maybe I'll get one that's kind of slightly more cut here. I have been seeing lots of content around people adjusting their t-shirts and manipulating them to wear kind of more like a muscle tee, so maybe tucking the sleeves underneath their bras, or kind of tying at the waist, like kind of gathering and tying, and you know, that sort of thing. So it's something I could potentially play around with if I want to. I have a lot of t-shirts, so I don't really feel like I need to hold on to this t-shirt just to manipulate. But the faff of returning stuff right now, I feel like I'm just going to keep it and work with it. So I've just put it on with these blue shoes. These shoes are definitely a shoe that Instagram made me do it. Instagram / Bottega Veneta, because they are just dominating the shoe trend at the moment with their square toes, and they're really kind of different take on strappy shoes. But I like them, and I wouldn't want to spend much money on them because they are a trend. So I've gone for these in because I just thought it's different to, like, again, I like to play with colour and do things that are a little bit unexpected, less predictable. So instead of going for a black shoe or white shoe, I often also usually pair black and white with red. So instead of going for that, I've gone for blue, and I think it's slightly different. And I've got a blue blazer that I've kind of styled it up with, and my blue Miss Sicily bag from Dolce & Gabbana. So I've kind of really hammed up the blue and just kind of made the stripe just like a little accent as opposed to like the main event here. But these t-shirts in themselves are just really, really good to have in your wardrobe, to chuck on with any sort of pair of jeans. They just update your look immediately. Like, instead of going for like your normal short sleeve tee, these kind of muscle tees and these kind of slanted cut sleeves just really do update your look. I just wish that it was more like this. And isn't it amazing what a difference that tiny little adjustment can make? Very, very frustrating. But anyway, love this t-shirt. I would say, guys, do not size up in this, just stick to your normal size. Zara is a really hard place to navigate size wise, so you know, I don't know why I went for a large in the shirt and then a extra large in the t-shirt. T-shirts are really easy to like size and to like stretch and pull and fit to however you want, so I don't know why I sized up. I should have just gone for my normal size. So to style these shoes, I have just gone for a really classic fresh white linen shirt and some black straight leg jeans. And you know, these shoes will not be for everybody. The reason why I wanted these is, first of all, I love flip-flops, and you can probably tell that as much as I love heels and platforms, I really do enjoy a nice, comfortable but sleek looking shoe. And I feel like this is that because they are obviously flip-flops, but they've got this really big wide leather band here, which I think just makes them look a little bit sleeker. They're real leather. Are they real leather? I'm sure it said they were real leather. I think they are real leather. And they've got this square toe, and the square toe is what really did it for me, because then it makes it a little bit more on trend. And also I needed a square toe flat shoe because I wear a lot of kind of wide leg and flared hem cropped jeans, and I feel like a square toe really helps to balance out the width of my jeans, the width of the hem of my jeans. And I just wanted a flat pair of shoes that I could wear with all my jeans, and I really struggle with that wide hem, that wide cropped hem, pairing it with flatter shoes. So I just felt like the square toe is something that really helps to kind of balance out them and proportion out the width of the jeans. And so that's why I wanted these. I wanted the comfort, I wanted the square toe to allow me to wear a lot more of my jeans with a kind of a low heel or with no heel. So as you can see, I've styled these shoes with a pair of cropped jeans. These jeans are not the most flared of cropped jeans that I have, but I just think you can see it grounds the look a little bit more, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And of course, super comfortable but still on trend, and that's something that I really like as well. These shoes are really minimal, so they're effortlessly sleek, which I love. And I know that I'm sure these are something that my husband would absolutely hate, but I just think they're a really good shoe. They look nice and expensive. They have got that Parisian vibe, I feel, and I just love that. And I think when I want to go for something classic, minimal and just well put together, this is the sort of shoe that I would reach for. Also, I like the fact that although they are a flip-flop essentially, you can wear them with blazers because they are just a little bit sharper, and they're just more lend themselves to a sandal or a shoe as opposed to a flip-flop. Flip-flops, like, you know, even kind of some of the heeled flip-flops that we're getting now with the little kitten heels and stuff, they just sometimes look a little bit too flimsy. These are really sturdy, kind of commanding, masculine flip-flop, and I just think all that leather and that kind of that square toe, which is like almost architectural, just makes it really sharp and yeah, just really clean and finessed look. And that's why I wanted to go for these, and particularly I wanted a pair of square toe flat shoes. So yeah, really like these. So I kind of wanted to save this till last. I'm not sure if I look like an American footballer or I should be out of Black Swan or something like that. I do like the drama, but it is, yeah. I mean, there's two things with this top. First of all, oh my god, it is too big for me. But I just got my husband to do it up at the back, and he said if I'd have gone for a size down, I probably wouldn't be able to button it at the back. It buttons at the back, which is really frustrating. And you know, Zara, they love these tiny little buttons that they put on everything that like just make everything such an unnecessary faff. So it's got buttons at the back, which I haven't done them all up, but I can feel that, let me see if I can find the button that would be closest. Yeah, so I can feel that if I maybe done up the button that's kind of directly behind my bust, the widest part of my bust, it might pull. So that's an issue, which is why I was like, I'm just going to go for the extra large, because I don't want to have any issues with the button situation at the back. And what I've got is then ended up with these massive arms, and obviously it's probably a little bit more accentuated or a little bit broad for my shoulders than I would actually need, which is adding even more because it has some massive shoulder pads under here, and then it's got this ruffle which kind of all just adds volume. And of course this blouse is all about the volume, but you know, you don't just want to look ridiculous. But I can't lie, I do love the drama and the excessiveness of it, but you know, you just want to look like, you want to do it kind of tastefully and not like you look like fancy dress. And right now I'm just, maybe this needs a bit of a flatten or something, I don't know, but I do really like it. It's got this kind of pleated detail at the neck, then these giant ruffles, puffed sleeve, and these cuffs here. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, because I do love a puff sleeve. Obviously everyone loves a puff sleeve right now, massively on trend, but you know, there are some puff sleeves when you're like, oh my god, that is ridiculous. This puff is so gigantic and the sleeve is so big that I just don't know if it's working. I don't know, but anyway, I do like the concept of the blouse. And you know, I would say if you're not big busted, then definitely just stick true to, just go for your normal size. There's no need to size up in this. I think if you are big busted, maybe consider if you like how it looks on me, because you know, there is a lot of volume going up top. The reason why I feel like I generally try to avoid volume up top, because I have obviously big bust, but the reason why I feel like you can work with this if you do have a big bust is this ruffle that kind of comes into a V, and obviously the accentuated shoulders, because it gives, this kind of draws the eye down as opposed to across, and the shoulders kind of take away the shoulders. I mean, all shoulder padded or like voluminous emphasized sleeves really help to kind of make you look slightly slimmer at the waistline, and they just give you a sharper silhouette up top. So these are things to think about, especially if you've got bigger arms or you don't love your arms, then kind of trying to sharpen up your silhouette with like puff sleeves and kind of more structural sleeves really helps to do that. And again, like I said, and the V in this case just helps with the, if you are big busted, this kind of creates the illusion of a V, although you have got this high neck here and all this volume. It just really works in your favour. And actually Zara did a jumper like this, very similar, you know, that Insta famous jumper that had like the big ruffles and the puffed sleeve and then the high neck, but it worked on me because it had that V, that ruffle neckline that kind of went into like a V. It's like a yoke kind of thing, a ruffled yoke, that's what it's called, that's what I was looking for, a ruffled yoke that goes into this V, which really helps to kind of create the illusion of a slimmer bust line. That just draws the eyes in all the right kind of places, so you don't just look like massively top heavy. And then for me, I've obviously started with a pair of straight leg jeans. Obviously, you know, I'm a massive fan of straight leg Topshop denim, and well, just Topshop denim in general, but I have a very large collection of Topshop jeans, and straight leg particularly, and like I said, like wider cropped hem jeans, because I just find they help to balance me out and proportion me a little bit more. I have recently invested in a pair of skinny jeans that I do really love and that work really well for me and my shape. I don't know what it is about these jeans, why they work so well, because I kind of generally tend to stay away from skinny jeans, but this particular pair work really well. But my point is, generally I go for a wider or straight leg. I feel like it just proportions out my entire body. I would say that my waist isn't particularly trim, it's not trim at all, and I obviously have large busts, so I don't want to look top heavy. And I think if you go for trousers that are too skinny on the leg, sometimes what happens is you then look bigger on top. So it's just about proportions and always trying to balance it out. I don't think that just because you wear something baggy on top, you need to wear something tight on the bottom, or if you wear something tight on top, you need to go for baggy at the bottom. It's about the proportions, the hemlines, the silhouettes and all that sort of thing. And so I don't really have a particular rule. I feel like this is a really good look to wear, like if you've got an event or work event. That's kind of the only places that I go to work, because I obviously work from home, but you know, nice for like relaxed drinks in the evening, maybe like midweek drinks or like Friday night drinks. You're not, this is obviously not a raving blouse. I mean, obviously I think I sometimes forget who I am. I don't go raving, so I don't know what I'm talking about raving. So yeah, you can play around with this, but it is definitely something that's very covered up, and I think it just works perfectly for drinks, dinner, that sort of thing. And I always think that when you're going for dinner, you always really want the drama to be on, you know, what's going on top, because obviously you're sat down and you can't really be, like, you can't really see the rest of you. So I always think whenever going for dinner, this is a star tip actually, whenever going for dinner, that is the time you really want to play up your jewelry and your top half, because that is the only part of your body that people will see when you are out for dinner. So I always try and go for like a, if I am going for a simple top, I'll always go for like some quite ornate jewelry or a big like necklace or chain, and otherwise I will go for like a really statement top. Always try to bring the drama to the top half of the body when you are going for dinner. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. That is the full haul. So there was only like 5 items in the haul, so really small haul, which is why I was able to do a little bit more styling and talk you through kind of my thought process behind how I put things together. I will link everything down below. I know that everything is selling out so quickly right now, and it seems to be that only Zara is really the only place replenishing their stock, because H&M, once it's gone, it's gone. New Look, ASOS, where else have I looked? Once their stock is gone, that's it, it's not coming back. So I think Zara is kind of replenishing their stock, but just, you know, I would say just try and get your hands on whatever you can as quick as possible, because obviously with the lack of factories being open and less people working in factories, the slower the turnaround is of clothes. So it's you know, not that it's a big problem in life right now, but if there's things that you see that you love, that you know you want to wear once we come out of isolation, or for your Zoom parties, or just to have in your wardrobe to make you feel good or give you a little bit of a pick-me-up, then I would just say, if there's anything you love, just try and get your hands on it as quickly as possible. I will also link all my jeans down below that I've styled with this. I always link my handbag Instagram page, my bag business page down below, so you guys, I've had a few queries about my bags, so if you guys want to check them out, or if you want to DM me about bags, you can just head over to that Instagram and do so. I am on TikTok hardcore right now. I'm loving TikTok so much. So for more creative kind of style videos, go and head over to my TikTok. I will link that down below, and I will also link my Instagram, where I am sharing daily fashion inspiration. I've got some exciting things happening with my brand at the minute. I'm really trying to invest, so I'm hoping to really be able to bring more videos, more content, and just really just ramp up my branding and my business, because I've been very focused in isolation, and I feel like this, yeah, I'm just feeling really good about my work at the moment. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for supporting my little channel and subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell to get a notification when I load my next video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.